Hey, Obi Trades! I think this video is for two groups of people. And the first group is going to be the parents of Riley Strain and anyone who is a member of the authorities who they are going to allude to in this clip that would like to investigate the death of Riley Strain as foul play. And right now, it's not being investigated as foul play. So, this video is for you. If you're in that group, you're really in Riley Strain's family, and you're really investigating the death of Riley Strain as foul play in any type of capacity at all. Even if it's with just a somewhat reputable true crime channel. But this video is also for a second group. So that's group one. If you're in that group legitimately, you can take what I say in this video seriously. You can. You can. And if it actually does help, I'll be happy to give you more information. And I do have more information. But for the group number two, I'm going to classify you guys in two categories. The first is the truth community. In the second, if you call yourself part of the truth community. In the other group, maybe you don't really have labels like that. Maybe you're new to this page, if you are, hi. Maybe you're just, hopefully, a concerned person. You've heard some stuff about the missing Riley Strain, and you're not really satisfied with the explanation that it was no foul play. And some of you guys, you really say things like stick to stocks. You're also in this group. You're also in this group. If you, it's going to be very obvious to see what this has to do with the stock market. And I hate to even address you guys, honestly, because it discredits me. It discredits me that I have to address you. You'll still say things like stick to stocks. What does this have to do with the stock market? I'll tell you. You're going to find out. But you discredit my whole argument because I have to address you. I wish I could just address them. What do these parents say?
I mean, they're heartbroken also. I mean, he's their best friend. And we love these boys like our own. And it's just as hard on them as it is on us.
And right now, we really are focusing
on bringing Riley home.
his last point.
He's my best friend. He's everything. I mean, they're heartbroken also. I mean, he's their best friend. And we love these boys like our own. And it's just as hard on them as it is on us.
And right now, we really are focusing on
bringing Riley home.
his last point.
He's my best friend. He's everything.
Yeah, they're focusing on bringing Riley home. They haven't given up yet. They haven't given up yet. When I was making this video, though, I kind of started to. I really did. Because I realized they're going to get away with, I don't know. I keep saying this to myself. They're going to get away with this. And then I hear more and more things. They keep saying don't give up.
I want to thank everyone for coming out today. With everything that's gone on in the past few days, we've been reached out to, and we've spoken with Dave with the United Cajun Navy. We feel that we need the extra resources to come in and help us as we try to get more organized for our family and see if we can't bring some more clues to light.
So Riley's parents haven't given up. They're still focused on bringing him home, and they actually want outside resources to bring more clues to light. So they haven't given up. And so if you want more clues, you think something dark is going on, I'm not going to really try to gatekeep it from you. But part of me wonders if after this, we should give up. Like after this, when they just say, if they just say no foul play, he was drunk and he drowned, I think after this we should give up. I really do. I was thinking about Oppenheimer and that movie that came out. I didn't go see it, but it made me think about how World War II ended and Japan's their never give up attitude, where that ended up with Japan and where that ended up with Japanese Americans. I just think we got to look at that. If you're in the truth community, I'm serious. Like, I think it's time to wave the white flag. I really do. After this, I think it's time to wave the white flag. We lost. We lost. After this, we lost. Maybe not forever, but the truth community, after this, we lost. I'll explain why to you. Someone hasn't given up yet. I'll be honest, I kind of have. The only reason I made this video is because I went on StockTwits and I saw B. Riley Financial was trending. I'll be honest. I'm not even playing. I'm 100% serious. That's the only reason I made this video. I saw B. Riley Financial was trending on StockTwits. That's it. I had all this yesterday. I deleted a lot of stuff yesterday. I gave up. I saw B. Riley Financial trending on StockTwits, and I saw that the parents were still having these press conferences, and I was just like, I don't even know. I don't know. This was crazy. I thought I was in a... This is wild. This is yesterday. I didn't touch this. I had this perfectly marked. You'll see these are the exact... I think these are the exact ones. 27.55. Yeah, I perfectly marked it. I have not touched this. This was yesterday. I have not touched this at all. I was like, there's no way. I saw them buying strangles on B. Riley. I was just like, we should give up. We should give up. He was a finance major. We should give up. We should give up. We should give up. It's like Japan now. It's like Japan. I think that's my last decode. We're like Japan. How'd that work for them? How'd that work for Japanese Americans? I'm waving the white flag. Don't get hit by the bus. That's my advice. Don't get hit by the bus. The TikTok bill, the First Amendment, don't get hit by the bus. Don't go to... Don't get hit by the bus for the truth. Don't do it. Not for the next 2 or 3 years. You made it this far. Don't get hit by the bus. Maybe a few years later, the truth community can try again. After this, when we get this headline, don't get hit by the bus. Blend in. Maybe try to move. I don't know. Probably won't be better anywhere else, but We lost. After this, we lost. I'm telling y'all, as soon as they say, they'll probably say it once I post this. It'll probably be the spring equinox. Once they say, no foul play, he's done, coroner said so, over. Give up. Give up. I'm not even kidding. Give up. Japanese Americans. Google. Give up. Give up. After this, give up. Don't get hit by the bus. Don't get hit by the bus. 1446. Don't get hit. I know y'all say I repeat myself. Don't get hit by the bus. Don't do it, man. Don't do it. You got a truth channel, tell them the same thing. It's time to give up. You know what this is called? Might be a little hard to see because I've marked this up. This candle, called an inverted doji. Inverted hammer candle. Why was this stock down? Anyone know why B. Riley Financial was down so much? They just slashed their dividend. B. Riley Financial reported earnings. They said that they had their dividend was a little bit too much of a strain on their portfolio. That's why I had B. Riley Financial marked up. I didn't give a damn. I saw this on the strangle screen for a long time. I saw it on the strangle screen yesterday. It was the only reason you saw me have that marked up on the daily. On my life, on everything. Doesn't matter. I don't lie about nothing in this. After this, give up. This is called an inverted doji. Hanging man doji. Inverted hammer, whatever. Inverted hammer. Hanging man doji. B. Riley Financial. 12.94 is going to invalidate that wave too. After this. Sometimes the right thing for the general to do is say, just say you lost. The truth community lost. I'm going to tell you why. I'm going to give you evidence. I think you deserve that. Here's evidence. We lost. We lost. We're done. Once they give this announcement, it's over. It's over. This is for parody and entertainment purposes only. This is for parody and entertainment purposes only, unless there is a 0.2% chance that someone actually is some authority that is not just going to say there's no foul play. If you're actually in Riley Strain's family, you actually care about this, you have some resources or power, you actually give a damn, sure, fine. It's not a parody for you, but just give up. This isn't going to reach nobody. This isn't going to reach anybody. They're going to say this kid died because he was too drunk. He fell in the river. Give up. Don't get your hopes up. Riley Strain's parents, I hope you see this one day. I hope one day down the line, people see this, but this isn't going to happen in 2025. This isn't going to happen in 2024. It's not going to happen in 2026. We lost. We lost, fam. It's done. It's done. I can't even say what to do. I can't even say what to do, man. That's how bad we lost. The TikTok bill, the First Amendment, it's over. It's over. After this, it's over. Once they say this, Japanese Americans. Riley did not appear distressed. Officer Young was there on a vehicle burglary call and remained on that portion of Gay Street for 45 minutes. No video has been discovered that shows Riley away from Gay Street after the 9:52 p.m. time frame. The Post adds, Riley Strain, he goes missing with his frat brothers. So the Ides of March, we talk about the Ides of March in the truth community. The Ides of March is when Caesar was betrayed by Brutus, of course. Easter in the Christian religion, Jesus being betrayed by Judas in Gematria. Iscariot matches with betrayer in 3 ciphers. So Riley Strain is betrayed by his frat brothers. And we find this out. This breaks national news. This has been a long developing story. He went missing on March 8th. I can't get into 3-8 in this video. I'm just going to get strictly with Riley Strain in this video. I hope you guys understand. Riley Strain is a triple match with frat brothers. So he, in this religious idea, is playing the Christ figure. He's betrayed by his frat brothers, just as Caesar was betrayed by Brutus, and I'm not an expert in Roman history, but the Ides of March, and Jesus Christ betrayed by Judas Iscariot. So he was last seen with Officer Young. Officer Young was there on a burial call, and I saw the video of Riley Strain. I want you guys to see it in this video. They have a lot of, they're trying to really defame this person. I think that in this video of Riley Strain, he looks, there's a video of him tripping. He's running full speed and he trips. Like he's genuinely running full speed. Secondly, he's in a downtown. He was served one drink at a bar, and he was downtown at like 9:50. He probably wasn't expecting to be downtown. He was from Missouri. He was at a Nashville bar, so he probably wasn't expecting to be downtown at 9:50, and he was by himself. So it's really dangerous. He probably got there on a bus, and now he's walking somewhere he didn't plan to be. And there's a video of him tripping. I can't really find that, but there is a pretty big video out there. He tripped right before this, so they're trying to use this as evidence. Like he really hurt himself. Like he fell over, and he didn't fall over. It didn't look to me like he fell over because he was intoxicated. It looked to me like he fell over, and he was running full speed. He's downtown in a place he hasn't been, and it's one of those places where it's downtown, so there's parking meters every 5 feet. But I wanted to show this video just because it's okay, so just for a little bit of context, this is the video of Riley Strain from Officer Young right before he goes missing. Like right before he goes missing, this is the last footage of him. And we later find out that his debit card is found near the bank of the river. It's called the river bank. I know that it's called the river bank. His debit card is found on St. Patrick's Day. It's in pretty good condition. So why is his debit card the only thing that's found? We have dive teams. We have all this stuff. Why is his debit card the only thing that's found? It's right after this interaction with Officer Young, and I just think that he falls after running downtown, and there's a video of him falling, but he was running full speed. So after that, they show him stumbling, but I think if any of us was running full speed in a downtown area, that might be pretty dangerous. Nashville, we've never been there, and we're downtown. We didn't expect to be there, and we expected to take a bus. So now we're downtown in a place we've never been. That's scary. I mean, that's really scary. So he's probably running there. He was running full speed, completely upright, and he was in one of these downtown places where there's parking meters everywhere, and he tripped. He hits the pavement pretty hard because he tripped. He was running pretty fast. Why was he running fast? Maybe it was just for safety, but anyway, he did trip, but I think that this way that he talks to a police officer was pretty interesting evidence that he wasn't extremely intoxicated to the point where he would have picked up his debit card, thrown it to the wayside on the bank, and then jumped into the ocean, or jumped into a lake in a river and drowned next to a police officer who was right there. And he starts this interaction with this police officer. So we'll just watch.
How you doing, sir?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. How you doing, sir?
I'm good. How are you?
Good.
So shortly after that, Riley goes missing. Or Riley's never seen again. And it seems like it's going to be implied that he drowned because he was too intoxicated, and that he got away with it. So I just want to give some evidence to, I mean, really, this is the first scene of Inside Job on Netflix. This is a minute and a half into a show on Netflix about the shadow government, how the shadow government would run the world through something called Incognito Inc. And it's all about the shadow government, and it's all a joke. Obviously, it's just a fun cartoon. But very early, very first few scenes of the show, they show an interesting joke. They say that the Dow Jones is controlled by blood sacrifices, and then they sacrifice a goat, and they say 14 points for J.P. Morgan. So Riley Strain, he didn't appear distressed when he went missing. He was with his frat brothers, and he was served one drink, and then he left. He was asked to leave the bar, and even though he was able to say hi to the police officer, and the police officer said, "How are you?" and he answered pretty coherently, he ended up seemingly drowning in a river, and he made sure he threw his debit card on the riverbank to be found on St. Patrick's Day. So that was Officer Young who he talked to. Riley Strain had last been with his frat brothers before he was kicked out of the Luke Bryan bar. So with each, what happened here, well, this is from GoFundMe. It says at 1:46 a.m., a 911 call comes in from Braden Baltz, a fraternity brother of Riley Strain. Braden and some of Riley's friends walked to the precinct in the opposite direction of where Riley's phone pinged, most likely because it was the precinct they found the easiest, as it was the closest to the bar. With each question, the 911 operator panicked. Mr. Strain's friend, Braden Baltz, appeared to become more panicked. The Metropolitan Nashville Police Department released video footage last week showing Mr. Strain wearing a two-tone shirt crossing First Avenue North to Gay Street near the Cumberland River at around 9:45 p.m. on Friday. That spot is just over half a mile from Luke Bryan's 32 Bridge Bar, where his friends last saw him. The audio that KSHB obtained from Metropolitan Nashville Police reveals the call was made to police around 1:46 on Saturday, March 9th. So let's just make sure that's an important detail. The audio that KSHB obtained from Metropolitan Nashville Police reveals the call was made to police around 1:46 p.m. on Saturday, March 9th. So let's look at this. What we had another detail emerge. This is how I found out about the story, was that Riley Strain's debit card had been found. I don't really know how we found it. Clem Denning, that's an interesting name. We'll see how that name shows up. 3/17/2024 is when Clem Deming found the credit card of Riley Strain. Nothing else has been found from him at all. So I don't really know how we found it. Clem Denning told the outlet of the discovery. I would love to say just dumb luck, divine intervention. It was just sitting there. So she says it was dumb luck and divine intervention. Dumb luck. And that's why they're going to get away with this. And that's why we should give up. It doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It just legitimately doesn't matter. They're going to get away with this. And is it okay? No, it's not okay. But we lost. We lost. I think what's not okay now is just to say, keep going and end up like Japanese Americans. I don't want anyone to end up like a Japanese American because they were fighting for the truth. I'm saying the truth community lost. We lost. She's right. Clem Deming told the outlet of the discovery. I would love to say just dumb luck, divine intervention. She's going to end up being right. Following Riley's recovered credit card, many began questioning why the police were not searching the area. Police say their main priority is finding Riley Strain, not his items. Right? Yeah, they're not. Yeah, why would they look for that? They need to say that. They need to say that there's no foul play, and that Clem Deming finding this on St. Patrick's Day is a coincidence. And why would she just find his credit card? He was a finance major. His name was Riley, betrayed by his frat brothers. These are just arbitrary details, of course. I don't really know how we found it. Clem Deming told the outlet. I would love to say just dumb luck, divine intervention. So she found that on St. Patrick's Day. So this happened because Riley was asked to leave a bar, even though he'd only been served one drink. It was sober enough to talk to a police officer. He was running full speed downtown at 9:50 p.m. in a city that he wasn't from. He was running perfectly upright, and then he tripped and fell, and he hit the ground pretty hard. So he was limping. That's going to be called stumbling. And he was asked to leave a bar on March 8th. So that wasn't St. Patrick's Day. But his credit card was found on St. Patrick's Day. Right? Riley, the finance major. So on March 17th, his bank card was found. That's interesting because on Friday, March 8th was when he went missing. So he went missing on Friday, March 8th. And on Friday, March 17th, his bank card was found. St. Patrick's Day. So that's kind of an interesting detail. And does it make the story more believable? Well, people who understand alphanumerics do. Everyone understands alphanumerics because you took phonics class when you were in 3rd grade. And you remember alphanumerics because you were not allowed to say the alphabet out of order. You had to know A was the first letter, B was the second letter, and C was the third letter. Congratulations. If you know that, bang, you just did your first gematria decode. He went missing on March 17th. He went missing on Friday, March 8th. So if we were trying to make this story more believable with alphanumerics, we could add a detail like his bank card was recovered on March 17th because that equals 114 if you add the letters of the alphabet such that A is 1. And it also happens to match in the alphabetic order in reduction if you took the alphabetic order such that in the 14th letter of the alphabet had a value of 5 because 1 plus 4 is 5. So in alphanumerics, it also happens to be the perfect date and the perfect detail to make it more believable. Okay, well, he went missing on Friday, March 8th, and he was asked to leave a bar. Well, March 17th, when his bank card was found, is not only a double match in the most commonly understood and known forms of alphanumerics, just adding the letters up, but the fact that it was St. Patrick's Day also helps the story be more believable because he was asked to leave the bar. So the audio from KSHB obtained from Metropolitan Nashville Police reveals the call was made to police around 1:46 p.m. on Saturday, March 9th. So 1:46 p.m. Also, if you add up the letters such that A is 1 and B is 2 equals 308. 3-8, like March 8th was when he went missing. He was asked to leave a bar. Then his bank card was found on March 17th, which is St. Patrick's Day. Do you see how alphanumerics made the story more believable? And it was Riley Strain who was betrayed by his frat brothers. This is a very rare match. They gotta let you know what's really going on when he goes and disappears next to Officer Young, even though he seems to be coherent, and the only thing that's missing is his debit card, his credit card, his bank card, which is found on March 17th, St. Patrick's Day, after Riley went missing on Friday, March 8th, after he was asked to leave a bar. And the phone call that was made that they continue to repeat happens to be the time, if you add up the letters of how that time is said. 1:46 p.m. on Saturday. You get 3:08, March 8th, the date he went missing. Let's look at other details. So Braden Baltz, they continue to remind you that the frat brother, triple match, the frat brother, Riley Strain's frat brothers were with him. And it seems, if you heard the story from the outside looking in, the Ides of March, the betrayal of Julius Caesar, the betrayal of Jesus by Judas, betrayal, brothers. I know that this is hard to understand. But remember, it's just a joke that these types of religious rituals, whatever, take place in our society. And they would use something like spelling or number magic to make these stories more believable. So I understand that the official truth is going to be that Riley Strain drowned. Because he was too intoxicated, and that the fact that he went missing on Friday, March 8th, because he was asked to leave a bar, and he was with his frat brothers, which is a triple match with his name, and his bank card was found on March 17th, which is St. Patrick's Day, which perfectly lines up with the details of the story down to the time of the phone call. They put their names and their fingerprints everywhere because they know we can't say anything. In one article, not only did every article mention that Braden Baltz went missing at the Luke Bryan, that Braden Baltz made the call after Riley Strain was asked to leave the Luke Bryan bar. That's a triple match. So that also ends up being a triple match that Braden Baltz makes the call when Riley Strain goes missing after leaving the Luke Bryan bar. They call this a honky-tonk bar. Honky-tonk bar is an interesting term to use when describing this because it's a double match with the word sacrifice. And, of course, they're members of Delta Chi, which is also a double match with sacrifice. So Friday, March 8th, his bank card goes missing. Friday, March 8th, he goes missing. And on March 17th, St. Patrick's Day, his bank card is found. I've talked about how that's a double match. And it was found by who? Clem Denning. Right? So what did Clem Denning say? Well, Clem Denning said that she'd like to say, I would love to say it was just dumb luck or divine intervention. Interesting choice of words. I would love to say it was just dumb luck or divine intervention. She says she would love to say that. She didn't say that's what it was. But man, if there was some numerical, ritualistic way to get people to accept that it was dumb luck and divine intervention, that Clem Denning found this bank card on March 17th, which was St. Patrick's Day, when Riley Strain went missing on March 8th, and that phone call was made. The exact time of that phone call happens to equal 3-08. That phone call was made. He was asked to leave a bar. His bank card was found on St. Patrick's Day, which also matches with the person who found his bank card, Clem Denning. The phone call about him leaving the Luke Bryan bar was made by Braden Baltz. It's called a honky-tonk bar, and they were members of Delta Chi. Both of those terms are double matches with the phrase sacrifice. And so people are still wondering what really happened with Riley Strain and his frat brothers and Officer Young. And to be honest, I guess no one really knows. But I'm probably not going to short B Riley Financial.